Hey everyone, welcome to our very first episode of Quiet Waters Radio. I'm Sean McDonald, former Marine, local real estate professional, and your guide to all things Surf City, Topsail Island, and real estate here in coastal Carolina. Each week, we're going to be diving into the local real estate market, breaking down kind of what's happening with buyers and sellers, and shining a spotlight on the great people and places that make our community so special. Our fancy modern studio is currently in construction, so the background will be more visually appeasing soon. But I just couldn't wait to get started trying to inform you all about what's happening here in our local real estate market. So thank you for joining me, and today I have three quick hits for you. First is going to be a snapshot of our local housing market and what it means if you're thinking about buying or selling soon. Second is going to be a quick look at mortgage rates and how they are kind of shaping beach house purchases right now. And third, we'll wrap up with one of my favorite local spots, Andrew's Produce, and while it's the place to go grab the freshest fruits and vegetables on the island. So let's jump right in. First topic we will cover is what is happening in the local real estate market. So overall, Onslow County is still seeing very solid appreciation and price growth. Days on market is trending down, which means there's more competition among buyers. The average sales price in Onslow County this year is $330,000, which is up 5% from 2024's year-to-date average of $313,000. Looking at Pender County, days on market has been pretty flat over the past year, around 55 days. In my opinion, that's because of the higher price point in Pender County. Property values are still up 6% from 2024 averages. New Hanover County is a similar story to Pender. Average sales price this year is $621,000, which is up 4.5% from 2024's year-to-date average of $593,000. So, more of the story. I'm sure buyers felt a little anxious buying a house last summer with so much uncertainty. I mean, I had a lot of conversations with buyers and helped a lot of people buy houses last year, and a lot of people were questioning if it was the right thing to do. And I'll tell you, those people are glad that they did buy when they did. Values have gone up a pretty decent bit over the past year. All right, so let's talk about something that's been on a lot of people's minds lately, the Federal Reserve's interest rate decisions and how they're affecting mortgage rates. So recently, the Federal Reserve decided to hold rates steady again. Now, the Fed rate is not the same thing as your mortgage rate, but it does influence the overall cost of borrowing money. So when the Fed keeps rates the same or signals that rate cuts might be coming later this year, it often leads to a little relief in mortgage rates. And that is exactly what we are starting to see. So over the past few weeks, mortgage rates have been trending down from their recent highs. It's been a huge relief for a lot of people kind of waiting and who had decided to wait to try and buy a house. And we're still not in the super low territory that we've seen over the past few years, but it's enough to give buyers a little bit more purchasing power. Give you a quick example. So a drop of just 0.5% in your interest rate can mean tens of thousands of dollars in savings over the life of the loan, or it can bump you into a higher price range without raising your monthly payment. So for buyers, this could be a window to get ahead of the curve before rates drop further and competition heats up. If we see mortgage rates drop a lot in the next couple months, it's going to be harder for buyers to buy the house that they want, because because there's going to be a ton more competition, I think. For sellers, more buyer activity means more showings and potentially stronger offers. I know we have some listings that are taking longer to sell than we thought, and so I know sellers are looking forward to more buyers entering the marketplace. Big takeaway here: if you've been on the fence about buying or selling, it might be worth running the numbers again with your lender, or if you're a seller, with your agent. You could be pleasantly surprised about some of the data and about what you could afford today compared to even a couple months ago. So lastly, speaking of fresh opportunities, let's shift gears from the housing market to something a little more tasty, I guess. I was looking for that word. One of my local favorite spots where fresh takes on a whole new meaning, and that is Andrew's Produce. So if you've spent any time in Surf City or Topsail Island, you probably passed Andrew's Produce in North Topsail Beach. If you haven't stopped by yet, you are missing out. So this family-run market is packed with some of the freshest fruits and vegetables that you'll find anywhere on the island. And right now, I know they've got some great vine-ripened tomatoes. They have sourdough bread delivered every week, and if the time is right, you might even snag some fresh homemade jams or fresh herbs for your kitchen. What I love most about this place is how Andrew's Produce feels just like a little slice of old-fashioned coastal living. They're a local family. You're getting produce that hasn't been sitting around in a warehouse for weeks, and you're taking home flavors that actually taste like summer. So definitely swing by and check them out. If you're here for the weekend or live nearby, go support this family, and trust me, you will thank me for going there. Also, check out our latest small business spotlight video featuring Jeff and Vanessa, the owners, and hear more about their story and their history here on the island. All right, so I think that's it. Thanks for sticking with me. For those who did, I promise I'm going to try and get better at this and get better at speaking and delivering local market updates and news that hopefully is applicable to people. So today we've covered the latest on our local housing market, talked about how mortgage rates are finally trending down, and hopefully I've inspired you to make a trip to Andrew's Produce for some fresh local flavor. So if you've enjoyed today's show, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss next week's episode. And if you've got a question about real estate, or you have a favorite local business you'd like me to feature, drop a comment, shoot me a message, and I will love to hear from you. So until next time, I'm Sean McDonald, reminding you to enjoy the coast, support our local community, and I will see you around town.